Casey Anthony set free from jail. Some bounty hunters get her out. What are they doing? What does our law come to? And what's on Casey Anthony's mind? She lied about her missing daughter. She did not give the right information. Yet she's out of jail. Granted, she's under house arrest, but should she be in jail still? My answer to that is yes. Casey Anthony, if you were smart, you would have told the truth about what happened with your daughter. Where was your daughter last seen before she went missing? What is your deal with your daughter? Should you be arrested and sent to jail? Absolutely. Because you become a likely suspect when you don't tell the truth. I understand this may be very emotional for you, so therefore I do not blame your family for backing you up. But come on, what was on your mind? Florida law is crazy. Everyone knows what's going on in Florida when it comes down to Victoria Lindsay and the suspects there. Everyone's seen the video. We've seen 3 people set free, which is totally unjustified. I've bitched and moaned about Victoria Lindsay on my radio show. I bitched and moaned about her here on YouTube. But where does it all end? Now all of a sudden, $500,000 bail was set up for this woman who ultimately could be a criminal with what she did to her kid. Possibly done, excuse me. To set the record straight, is Casey Anthony partly responsible for her daughter missing? To an extent she is. But could she have done something to her after pulling off the lies and everything else? That could be true too. Now your family might want to back you up, but now what goes on when your family finds out the truth that you had something to do with what could have quite possibly have happened to her? It is wrong to sit there and set this woman free when she is a person in question. Granted, she's on house arrest. But why hasn't this woman cooperated since going to jail? Now they're finding out that there's misinformation? You can do whatever you want to with the bounty hunter. The bounty hunter possibly bailed her out, and she's under house arrest, and there are bounty hunters that are going to keep an eye on her. So what? So what? This woman could be guilty of a lot more than just simply throwing her child away to missing. No one knows what's going on with this child. This child turned 3 only a short time ago while she was missing. And there's no excuse. You got this pretty woman here who had a adorable child who should be spending more time in jail. Why? Because it was an inconvenience for her? Who knows? I'm not trying to sit there and pass false information about Casey Anthony, but Kayla needs to be found, and there could be a possibility that she had something to do with it. Where is Kayla? Where is she? That's all people want to know. And if you're guilty, come through and say something. Get yourself some help. But at least give your daughter her best option for a good life. Eventually the grandmothers are going to have to say, we were wrong and our daughter is guilty. Now we want to know where our granddaughter is. A lot more has to be done here, and a lot more has to be said, because this is wrong. She should not be set free. House arrest or no house arrest. And if we're wrong, I'll admit it. Everyone else who says it will admit it. And the state of Florida will admit it. But come on. Let us know what we need to know. And I'm talking about the state of Florida, the proper authorities, and even the people at this point too, because it's all over the news that you're a liar and you possibly did wrong by your daughter, someone who was only 2 at the time. I got Fox News on now. I just saw her set free, and I'm going to tell you right now, people want the truth. They don't want the conniving and manipulation that went on. Check out the Wacko Weekly this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Saturday, we're going to talk about this even more, and it's www.blogtalkradio.com/thedarkmatch. It's a lot to be said here, and I'm not that happy with what I've heard. And I'm not that happy with what I see our laws doing at this point.